Hello, my name is Capaci, pastor of the Gospel Life Baptist Church in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I'd like to take just a few moments and share with you the impact that a resource called Stepping Up, a call to courageous manhood, has had in our local church. This is an amazing resource that is designed to impact the lives of boys and young adults and men in your church. Personally, I have somewhat become addicted to this particular resource. We've done it 4 different times in the period of about 1.5 years here at Gospel Light. And every time it has made a big difference in the lives of our men. I remember the first time we hosted a small group, a 10-week session, small group over a period of time at Gospel Light using this resource. And I didn't exactly know how to maneuver through the weeks. And so it went from about 10 men who went through that very first session and got so excited that they began to invite every week more people into the class. And so the second week we had about 16, third week about 25, fourth week 40, 50. By the end of the 10 weeks, it had grown into somewhat of a revival. Have you gone to the class yet? Have you gone to that Stepping Up? It's unbelievable. And so it went well, but it was like folks jumping on at different times. And so I realized, wow, we've got something here that could have an incredible influence in our church. And so the second time we did it, as I began to promote it 4 to 5 weeks in advance, I told the men, I said, guys, listen, this is what happened last time. You don't want to miss a week. Be faithful. Start on that first week and journey with us. And they did. And it has just been one of my favorite resources to use at FamilyLife, if not my very favorite. Of course, the video is so well done. It's as good as any Hollywood production. And maybe I'm a little partial, but I'm telling you, it is awesome. From the very first video to the very last video, the stories, the illustrations, the tears. I'm telling you, pastors, I can't remember a session I wasn't weeping on. And I think the thing that impacted our church, our sessions the most, and our men the most, was when we would finish the video. I remember stepping in front of the audience every time, just like I'd been punched. And it was just, everyone's a wake-up call. And you could hear a pin drop after every session. And it really takes you just a moment to get your breath and then to go into the small group discussion because the video is so impactful. But of course, the questions are there. You begin to ask the questions, the men begin to respond, and it's just it has a powerful, powerful way of influencing men. I remember one in particular, we had a man in our church who had a broken relationship with his son. And it was a tough situation. They hadn't talked in years. And after one particular session where Brother Dennis really challenged all of us to realize that it's not too late, that just wherever you're at, begin now having a relationship. Do something to fix that relationship and move forward and be a mentor to your son. And he committed that he was going to that week contact his son as a result of what he had heard and the influence of the resource. And he came back and testified that for the first time in years, he and his son had begun a relationship again. We all wept and cried and shouted and had a revival together. It's just that good, you know. And so I want to highly recommend this resource to you, to your church, to your men, and just encourage you to get as many men as you can to take it, beginning with that first week. It's 10 weeks long. It may sound like a long time, but I can promise you, it will make a difference. God bless you, and thanks for listening.
If you don't step up, you're going to fall down.